Random ass story time, okay? And today we're gonna learn about the Maasai warriors. All right, this is an African tribe in Maasai Mara, Kenya, Africa. Okay, let's learn about it. Here is some of their tribe people. So the Maasai tribe lives in Kenya, Africa. All right, they still live in like tribal. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what their religious beliefs are. Okay, but I do know this much: the cows, baby, the cows are sacred. All right, they got a whole bunch of cows. These cows skinny as fuck. Okay, we gonna see some pictures of them. These cows skinny as fuck. You can see their ribs, but these cows is sacred. Okay, and this tribe only drinks cow's blood, all right, and cow's milk. They only eat like once a month or once to every 3 months. Okay, they eat a goat like once a month or every 3 months, depending on, you know what I'm saying, how the goat picking is going. Okay, but aside for that, they only drink cow's blood and cow's milk. Here they go with some of their more healthy cows. Okay, so let's get into how they get the cow's blood. All right, so the men and sometimes the women, all right, so they will go to where the cows are because they keep their cows and they keep their things up. Okay, they watch them cows, everything. They do not kill the cows to get the cow's blood. All right, they make these like spears, you know what I'm saying, and they take the cows and they like tie them off, you know what I'm saying, and they take the spear, they hit it in their jugular vein. Okay, and the blood will start like rushing out, and they take like things and they catch the blood. All right, and then when they're done, they take mud and they put it over the jugular vein so that the cows little sore can heal up. Yeah, and then they milk the cows, and then like they feed the children like cow's blood mixed with milk, and they drink this cow's blood 3 times a day. Okay, so when this is all that they eat, so when they kill the goat and they eat the goat, whoever kills the goat, they have to take the spear and hit the goat in his jugular vein, and they have to suck all of the blood out of the goat before they can eat it. If not, it's considered disrespectful. Here is them getting the blood from the cow. They say that the cow's blood mixed with milk, they compare that to like a smoothie. Okay, that's what a smoothie. And sometimes the adults get that at night. All right, so every single year, there are like more than one Maasai warrior tribe. All right, so they take these cows, bruh, and they get like their number one warriors. All right, they number one warriors. And these men, they is not no pussy motherfuckers. Okay, these some real ass motherfuckers. All right, these Maasai warriors. And they only choose the realest of them motherfuckers to walk through this jungle with these cows. So once a year, they take all their cows, they walk through the jungle. They meet the other Maasai warrior tribes, they trade off cows, and they walk back. Okay, so I hope y'all are still following this. So this is what they do every single day of their lives, all right? So when they wake up, the men Maasai warriors, because they wake up early, they have one guard that watches them at night so they don't get ate by animals. All right, so the men, they will wake up. It is the women's job to stay home, stay there, like in the little jungle area, and tend to the cows and tend to the children, all right? Another interesting fact, because they don't have like water like that, so when the women are tending to the children and they have to prepare to like take baths or whatever, they don't have water to wash themselves with. So what they wash themselves with, y'all, is they make like a little fire, and they have like little oils that they collected from the jungle, and they wash themselves with smoke and oil. Do you think that they're clean and smell good? I don't know, it might work. And then the men, and I'm gonna tell y'all this, I know this too, these Maasai warriors, I was like, damn, they gotta look good to be out there in that damn motherfucking jungle like that, looking all fine and shit, and they still had all their teeth. All right, I thought that was strange, and their clothes kind of look clean. Now the women on the other hand kind of look fucking like they came from the jungle. I'm not fixing to lie. Okay, so they will take these cows and they will walk them like 1,000,000 miles because there is no water, you know what I'm saying, and they got to get their cows some water. They walk them 1,000,000 miles, they dig in the ground till they find the water. All right, because they're in the jungle, you know, they have to like figure out where the water coming from, and then they dig till they find the water. They let the cows drink first, okay, and then when the cows are done drinking, if there is enough water, then the men can get some water. So there was this man, and he went and he stayed with the Maasai warrior tribe. Here he is with them. And he was going to go and become a real motherfucking warrior too, and they was going to train him, and he was going to go with them to walk the cows to the other side of the jungle, trade them off, and then walk them back. All right, so as I was paying attention and watching these documentaries that I watched, I noticed something too. You know what? We are very ungrateful because we do not think about how lucky we are, because these people out in this jungle is starving, okay? These motherfuckers was walking by a tree, and they seen like honey up in the tree, you know what I'm saying, like from honeybees, and they were like honey, and they were so excited about the honey. Okay, so they went and they chopped this fucking tree down by hand, okay? And they used little hatchets. They chopped the tree down, and when I tell you they was getting stung by African hornets and bees and hornets, and they was getting stung, okay? But they got that little honeycomb down, and then the whole tribe had some honey. These motherfuckers was so thankful. They thought that honey was the best shit ever. But anyways, they noticed when that man was helping them cut the trees down, the man that was staying in the jungle with him, they said that there's no way that he could walk through the jungle with them, because the way that he was acting when he was getting stung by them bees, they said that he was showing fear. Like he was like, ow, 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 because you know they was stinging the fuck out of him and it hurt. They said that he was showing fear, that he would look like a pussy pretty much so if they was going through the jungle, and that would make animals be able to sense the fear, and they might would get ate by like a lion or a jaguar or something. So they needed him to work on that. So this is what they done. So they took him to a tree where it was like 1,000,000 African ants. Okay, now I'm gonna keep it real. They didn't pussy out. They did it with him. Okay, because he needed to learn how to get bit by all these ants and not show no pain, just stand there like a real motherfucker, like, yeah, bite me some more type shit. You know what I'm saying? So they went out there and they fucked with the ants, and they let them ants crawl all over them and just get bit over and over by them ants, right? And you know, there's some African ants. Them things ain't no motherfucking joke. Okay, and then so he until until he could stand there and get bit and not show like no reaction. He could just stand there like, yeah, bite me some more. All right, so he got bit for a while, and then you know what, they thought that he deserved some food, and so they was gonna eat a goat, and because they killed the goat for him, they made him stab the fucking goat and drink all the blood out of it. He almost threw up, but y'all, he didn't do it, because when he was there, he was drinking cow's blood and everything too. All right, so the man passed all the tests. They said that he was a Maasai warrior and that he could go through the jungle and take the cows to the other Maasai tribe with them. So they packed up all their supplies, they drank them some cow's blood, they got ready, they walked through the jungle, they met the other tribe, they switched out cows, and they brought the other cows back. He did pretty good during the thing. At this one point when they were digging for water so the cows could have some water, they did let the man drink first. They said they would never do that again, but he seemed pretty dehydrated, because you know, normal people like us, we're used to drinking water and shit every day, but the only thing these people ever drink is cow's blood and milk, and it's like they live long lives, so you never know. All right, but this is the story of the Maasai warriors from Maasai Mara, Africa, who only eat and drink cow's blood. Y'all have a good day.